things I really don't know. Came out of the bag on the room, off the room, hitting on the gas in the room, Benjamin in pockets like a tomb, like a tomb. She asked me when you coming as soon. Ice on my neck, I call it June. Once I hit the dot, I hit the moon. You say you got killers like a goon, kissing my city, I'm in tune. The whole pill with a spoon. Out of my shell, my cocoon. Blowing up peppers and balloons. We'll be on the track, saloons. Ship, you can really hate me. Bless me, curse me, you can really break me. Niggas on the bed, you can imitate me. I am on my bed, you can really sit for me.
Yeah. Whoa. What is up, pimps? It's your boy Cree. We are back again. How's everybody doing so far? Now, last night we ended up going live late. I think I'm actually liking these late lives. I don't know why. I feel like it's the only part of the day. Okay, I feel like you got like, you know how you feel like you get your second wind or whatever? I feel like this time of day is like my second wind of the day. Probably because I've had a chance to be home and relax and unwind, they say. But, yeah, man. We're here. If you see the title of the story, Michael's story, allegedly. I was informed that he had put out some weird videos today. And I feel like the way things have been going lately, it's getting old, man. I mean, when I seen you post videos about stuff you were doing like at work, I was like, oh wow, this is actually entertaining. It's not him standing around boo-hooing and complaining about a lot of things that he's got mixed up between different people. Well, as you know, some things came out about him this past. We watched a Gunnar Allen Lindblom video, and he brought it up there. He brought it up on Gunnar Allen Lindblom's. I'm like, it's a very sad, touching. Like, I don't even want to put it in the fucking title of the video, because anything like that is not like something that needs to be paraded around, because it's not cool. But what was very interesting was he comes out with a video called The Truth. Now, we're going to watch that here in a little bit, but first we're going to get caught up on some of the other stuff he posted earlier, okay? Like I said, from what I gather, it's like in his head, he thinks he's on his way to becoming a legit celebrity. And I respect the energy. I totally do. Like, that's good. He's got the good go-getter attitude, right? and he works. He will get out there and record. I mean, hell, he had to openly complain that his cell phone was running out of memory because he has all these videos. Well, you're going to have to clear that thing up a little bit if you want to do, get some space to record. So, anyway, he's trying to paint us this picture that he's climbing this economical social ladder of some sort, and that I'm doing big things. I'm doing vids and collabs with celebrities. What are you doing with your channel? Well, Mike, I've had a chance to do a lot of those cool videos. I don't think you've just actually seen them. I've got playlists. I've got folders. You can check out my music. I mean, Mike, I don't sit around and play video games like what you think, okay, what you're imagining. Once upon a time as a kid, I did, I did play video games a lot, but only because they were cool. But I still got out the door and played in the dirt, go played some baseball around the neighborhood with the local kids, and we're all like 9, 10, 11 years old. I mean, our parents would tell us, don't go to the lake, because they knew what was over there, man. There was a rope that was put up, and you could swing on that shit, and it was so fucking dangerous. But it was so fun. It's like, when your mom tells you don't do something, it's like, come on, Mom. It's like the most happeningest fucking spot in the neighborhood right now. It's the rope swing at the lake. So yeah, many a times I would get caught. And I'm sorry, I know this is kind of trailing, but what I'm getting at is this YouTube shit, Mike, is not going to be like Hollywood real, okay? You're going to get your name out there to a degree. Right now, you're just right over the 100-something stint on subscriber count. You wait till you start seeing bigger numbers, like when you got 5K subs, 10K. The ceiling is your open territory, okay? Like, you can do nothing but go up, right? Well, once again, I don't want to knock nobody's hustle, but it's like I used to want to get on YouTube and do videos like what you're doing, but over time I seen it was just, man, there is so much more out there that you are just not prepared for physically or mentally to be a part of. I respect your drive though, Mike. You are right. Yes, you are very fucking persistent. You are a go-getter. You will not stop until the directive is fucking attained, okay? That's the kind of attitude you have to be successful. Yes. Okay, so let me tell you that. I don't have a problem with that, okay? Now, I'm going to start on what I do have a problem with. That's bullshit what you did to Birdman, and you know it. And it's like, I wished I could say you were just pulling a Mars, and you really didn't care. You were just spiking the beef up more so that you would get subs and attention out of it, because he blatantly told everybody. I mean, we knew on the front end why he was doing what he was doing, but then he lied about it, and he laid on that lie forever and was like, I ain't, blah, blah, blah. He has his own reasons and excuses as to why he did it, right? But then, once more talk had developed, he just outright admitted it. Mars was like, yeah, I fucking fabricated that bullshit. Like, I did it. I manipulated it and the situation to get what I wanted, which was more subs. And did he get them? Yes, he did. I don't think you're that capable of being that kind of a dickhead. I mean, you're a dickhead nonetheless, Mike. Let's just get that straight. But bickering and stuff, that's like, it just adds more negative content. And it's like, I'm going to have to cover it because I can't say nothing. I'm in too deep. As much as I don't want to fucking hear your name or deal with you, I feel like this is part of the saga, like this chapter of you're on the road to highness. and I'm simply a spectator. Now, I don't think you would manufacture a beef between you and Birdman to gain clout and subs. I don't believe in clout. I think the world has created the word and meaning clout to have an explanation for how certain things are, okay? So, because there was no such thing as clout coming up in the 80s, okay? Wouldn't they be calling it like you're either popular or you're not? You know, that's what I would think, right? Well, you doing these little half-ass videos of your phone with some of these YouTubers, I notice you are name dropping, bragging, throwing them names around like they are just going to give you so much power. I bet it's like the people you bump into and you tell these stories to, they're like, I don't know who that is, or I've never heard of that person. It's not like nobody wants to believe you. It's just, it don't matter. These guys are human, just like every one of us. They're no perfect. They all have stories. And that's why everyone's here, is they have a story to tell, right? Well, Birdman was just here telling his story. The way you've been coming at him lately, attacking him, is like, you're saying, oh, he's bragging. No, he has never bragged once. He has a very humble attitude when he's telling these things. Like, he does not hold back. He will tell you shitty moments, like the lowest points in a day or a year or a month, and just, but that, it's like a roller coaster ride. You start at the beginning and you tell the story, and it goes, and along the way you're gonna have incidences and shit happen, right? He's not bragging. He's just telling the story of how the fucking thing played out, right? In your mind, you call that bragging. I think somehow you have flipped the definition somewhere just by simply getting mad at him. Because I think I heard you say something in a past video. We may find it real quick. But you made the notion, I would have brought you in with me. I would have given you a chance, Birdman. I heard that shit. Mike said, I was going to bring you on and fucking do some work with you. I'm like, please. For one, Birdman wouldn't be caught dead with that motherfucker next to a cell phone. And two, like, there is nothing you could do for somebody on YouTube that would outdo the next person. You see what I mean? These things you're complaining about, your qualms with other people and other YouTubers, is like little shit. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares, okay? And I'm really starting to believe that your defense mechanism mentally is at a point where it's just on autopilot. You're just fucking saying whatever. It's like, oh, you got me so motherfucking mad. I'd say everything to you I could in 1 minute. Like that flustered anger. I think you're feeling that and you start talking it. I believe it happens because when I get fucking upset and angry like that, I start thinking, talking like that too. Words and sentences don't even formulate in my head. It's like bullet points just start flying everywhere. My anger, this, that. And I think you're doing that just being reckless though, on camera, right? I am getting really sick of that fucking thing you've been doing, because you never accurately say who that's about or who does that, or I don't know if that's just something you personally do for your own personal fucking shits and giggles, you know. It's a bit fucking strange if you ask me. But anyway, no, I can't do this. I cannot keep doing this with you, Mike. You are a terrible person, and I gotta fucking stay away from you if I want to live to see 2022, or no, excuse me, 3. Okay? Now, what we're gonna do, Mike, is we're all gonna watch this together with you. Shit, you're probably in the chat, who knows? Or in the bush, as they say. We're going to save the best video for last. I also had this one request out there. Let me check on this one thing. I reached out to this guy. I played his video last night, okay? I don't know if you all caught the beginning of it. It was very sad, very depressing, and I almost felt ashamed for even looking at it. But that's what I was doing in this case. I was just looking at it. I was curious. My curiosity got the best of me, okay? And when I woke up, I had a copyright claim. I was like, ah, shit, what now? So I privated it. And then once I got up and turned the computer on, and because I didn't want to use the phone, I wanted to be able to have all control, right? I got on the phone, computer, went to my studio there, found out what the problem was. It was one of those stupid ass shorts that Mike had played in one of his videos last night. We scrolled through it, right? And I even said something. If you go back in that stream last night, I said that. I mentioned it, right? I was like, I might catch something for going through this fucking thread. I did, though. So far, right now, just one. They could come back in 2 weeks and be like, oh, here's another part. But as of now, I just made the decision to go in there, and instead of snipping out that entire part, I just muted just the music. And YouTube says it takes a little bit longer to do that, especially if there's somebody talking on top of it. And they could do it, but generally, to make it easier and faster, people just go ahead and just mute that whole chunk. I didn't want to mute it in case there was something said. I probably could have lived without it anyway. But what I'm getting at is, after I did that little edit, I remade it public back on YouTube. So it was only down for like an hour, but that was for maintenance. But we found the problem, tackled it, and moved forward. Now, I wasn't able to be on the phone, surprisingly, like I usually am today, even though I was off. I just kind of had a lot of shit going on. But I worked. It was good. Good night. Everything went smooth. I had one hiccup, but it wasn't nothing bad. Like too bad. You guys ready to watch some of these videos? I know you all are tired of hearing me roast the shit out of Mike so calmly. Because once we get to the last video that I want to show, I don't know how I'm going to feel by then. Because once I start listening to this shit, I'm going to get a little warmed up. Now, I didn't get a chance to look too hard, too quick. I just kind of... Alright, I think we're here. This is It was only 2 of these I actually seen. The one, both of them I didn't even finish, so... Yeah, Mike, I don't get a chance to really watch your shit unless we're, like, sitting here. I mean, that's a sad reality. It's not like I'm a poser that is a loser and I can't find time in the day to go find something else to do. No, sometimes I cannot fucking just find time to watch your shit, but the shit I see disturbs me and others. And, yeah, let's see. Let's get rid of this fucking music.
We're doing ED fam. Crazy man back in this. So here's a funny one. Twice it's happened now. The guy in the office gives me the wrong address. For instance, today.
Oh yeah, I saw this before.
He gave me an address which is across the street from where I'm working.
What a coincidence!
Luckily, thank God, the address said 36, and excuse me.
Spoiler alert, he basically had his dispatcher give him the wrong address. It was actually across the street. And would you know, there was another guy working there on that work job site, and his name was Mike too. Go figure.
It said 39, and the address was really 36, right? And so... Yeah, that's some funny shit, though, man. I appreciate it.
That's a knee slapper.
That's the second time a guy I work for is giving me the wrong address.
They need to fire the
That's
dispatcher.
some funny shit that your name's Mike, too, though, huh?
And that's probably what he would do to me by now.
So that's what it do. I walk into this guy's house. This guy has This other guy take me in the house. I'm going to put flooring, and so the one guy is working. Don't even know. The guy that is there when I get there. He just, he just works there. He doesn't know. He's not even a homeowner. So he takes me inside the man's house, and there's another guy in there working, and I'm saying I'm looking for a floor and putting a linoleum floor down, and they give me strange looks, and I look around, and
Yeah, they're like,
he's doing all the floor, and
they're giving him strange looks because they don't know what he's up to. I'm sure he's over there eyeballing the place, looking at this and that, kind of getting touchy. You ever have people come over your house and they start getting real touchy? It kind of makes you nervous, like, oh, you might knock that over and break it.
in the house coincidentally.
Coincidentally.
Crazy shit. So I go in there. Sec.
Sorry, guys. Long morning.
So the other guy takes me into this guy's house, introduces me, and the guy says, "Can I help you?" And gives me a strange look. I said, "Yeah, can you? Maybe you can. I'm looking, for the bathroom. I'm here to lay some linoleum." And he gives me a real strange look. He said, "You sure you're in the right place, buddy?" And I look down. He's doing floor, and I said, "I think so." I said, "I'm looking for 1939." He said, or excuse me. Yeah, they said 39. He said, "It is 39." So I call my guy in the office up, and he tells me it's 36. You dumbass, you took me and gave me the wrong address. Like I said, luckily it was across the street. I go in the house, this guy, I'm having a chat with him, and he says, "Can I help you?" I said, and so when I first got there, I introduced myself to that guy. So the guy says, "Mike," when we walk in the house. I don't know who, I think he's talking about me, and the other guy's name is Mike. He thinks he's talking about him. And the guy, we look at each other, and he says, You looking for Mike?" I said, "No, I am Mike." He said, "No, I'm Mike too."
And they were like,
"Do what?"
did we just become best friends?
Thought it was a good one for the day. Start her out with some more ADD.
Fuck yeah. How ADD had a piece of that action, I
Probably
do not
a
know.
coincidence. Right, guys?
No. Okay, so that was
We'll do ADD.
that was that one. Now, this other one's real quick. This is a toilet that hasn't been set yet. Hang on.
ADD, and we getting better.
So, it looks like someone laid crappy linoleum. Hold on. Let me let you get a good look at it. Okay. Who knows if it was his people or friends or other contracted co-workers, whatever. But somebody laid a shitty job in this house. It's probably a fucking home that the woman has no idea, like, what kind of quality work she's getting or what she's signed up for. So, let's kind of see where this goes.
Certain things when you do the kind of work I do, for instance, laying the floor, you've got to basically square it up and cut it because walls are not square. You have to make it square.
Okay, I guess they haven't cut the linoleum yet, maybe.
Mm-hmm. See that ugly dude? Smile. We're getting better.
You know, he needs to really capitalize on the whole ADD thing. Seriously, Mike, you need to, if you're trying to push this, like I said before, some videos ago, you would be the first person, like the first candidate to make a movement of an ADD squad. You know what I mean? I'm talking merch, cell phone cases, ashtrays, beer koozies, typical fly-by-night, get on the internet, create a profile, make up designs for these things. Are you looking for like an ADD logo-ish kind of thing in a font? Or do you want like this badass picture of like Goku fucking eating a senzu bean or something? with ADD, are you medicated? Is there some kind of medication out there? Can someone tell me if that exists for ADD? I mean, I think what they're giving people now is just something like a reverse stimulant that just staves it off. Like, once that pill wears off, it's going to come back in full swing. It's not like a mind state. It's a fucking energy level. I guess you could say it's a piece of a mind state, though, too. I could be wrong on that. It could be both. But what I'm getting at is ADD is not something I would push for as a major marketing point. I would treat ADD as an awareness situation. You could do like a program like that, because you're coming out like rock star ADD guys, like what's up, fucking kill it kind of mentality and vibe, and that's cool. That's kind of like the fuck cancer thing going on. But for ADD, I don't think you can spin it into a positive. I think it's always going to look like something that's like a, hey, I'm recognized as this or not, kind of. That's how society's going to perceive it, I think, to a degree. So you might want to think about how you're going to campaign this whole thing. 2, think of merch designs. You got to think of something cool. Maybe have a few photos of you. Didn't you say you had a photo of you and fucking Elvis Presley or something, or John Gotti? Like, you got to be able to dig and find these good photos of you, man, in the early years, the good years, I guess. I would start off with maybe do signs and symbols and letters, and then work your way up to like pictures, maybe. Yeah. Just take it easy on photos right now, though. But for the most part, get a pen and paper and write this shit down. I'm giving you fucking gems, dude. Because you think you're onto something, and you kind of quite may be, but I don't know yet. I'm unsure. Now, we got this one. Now okay. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. Aaron has been, I guess, conversing with this guy, or had conversed with this guy some days ago. And he got upset. He fucking got trolled, whatever. Only because he was probably trying to fight Aaron back, and he didn't win the argument. He didn't win the discussion. You know what I mean? But for some reason, I'm thinking, like, in this video, okay, this is the one I did watch, because I was curious who Alvin was. And so I watched it. I didn't get anything from it. And then now that I'm sitting here about to debut it here, it just dawned on me. Do you think maybe he just fucking wrote the name Alvin because he didn't want to write Aaron, maybe? Or maybe he couldn't remember Aaron's name? Or maybe it's like he's throwing a jab, like throwing a shot out there, but not like really touching on the identity. Who knows? We'll never know. Maybe he'll answer. Hopefully he answers. But let's check this out. I'm going to go back. Look, I don't even think I finished it. I'm at 5:14.
Okay, ma'am, take care.
Oh, yeah.
You have a very, very small leak. You need to get that taken care of.
Oh, no, wait. No, there was one video I watched where he was like, thank you, have a good day. And he's like, bitch, when he got to the car. That reminded me of this, but no, that's not going to happen. This is something else.
Uh-huh. Like I said, it's very, very slow, but there's water coming out. Very, very little, but so you're going to have to keep a wipe on it and get a plumber to look at it.
And see, that's what gets me. You just came over and it looked like you installed a toilet. Why are you walking away from this and saying, hey, ma'am, you have a leak. You're going to have to get a plumber. So until a plumber can arrive, you're going to have a little bit of water here and there. You may have to mop up or something with a rag or, just a little. But then I was thinking to myself, well, dude, you're there. Is this an issue? That's another question I have. Is this an issue of what he was there to do didn't pertain to that and it was something out of his control? Like maybe it was something with a faucet or, oh yeah, it could have been that. Yeah. What about some kind of a faucet problem on the back of the toilet with the water knobs turning on and off? The water, right? Yeah. Because I'm thinking, man, if you're there, you better be able to fix that shit, Mike. See if you can help the situation. Go out of your way for the customer. Don't just do whatever job they brought you on and then leave. Like, I mean, that was nice the way you explained it, but...
You're welcome. Oh, okay. Thank you. Take care. Have a good day. He's pointing on the map. KU. Swats. DeVille.
See, he could be making videos like this, like just make compilations of footage, and then at the end of the day, put them all together in an editor and upload it and be like, this is my day. I think I might start doing that, but start utilizing like Snapchat, because it'll make a bunch of clusters of recordings that I can just squeeze together and make a whole video.
So, ADD gang, ADD gang. So this girl was trying to make fun of me earlier, but female bird brain didn't know what she was talking about. She thought I was showing her picture of Tile I was doing the video earlier.
Did he say her, as in a she? I wonder what girl this was talking to him.
It's a linoleum. A lot more complex. A lot harder to do. Had to pull the toilet. Did some plumbing work. Had to shut the water off to the street. You know, just stuff everybody can do, right? Like my cheerleaders, they had this stuff figured out in no time, right, Bird Brain? Right, Craig?
Yeah.
That's why you're a DoorDash employee.
Look, hey, DoorDash. Let me stop you right there, bitch.
Hey, let me.
Okay, now look, I have a video. I made because it was an idea I had. I said, okay, I'm going to take this idea and make a video. So I made a video one day when I was DoorDashing. Let me tell you a little bit about DoorDash. As of now, it's not the same place it used to be. In the beginning, it was alright. Shit was kind of getting started off the ground, company was doing good. We're all doing good. And then COVID hits. Jesus Christ, it was raining money for like a year. COVID, you answered my dreams and prayers. It's just very unfortunate it didn't stay long because over time people wanted to leave their homes. They were ready to get back into the world and live. So anyway, you go from DoorDashing that's making during COVID when it happened. I was there in the beginning of all of it. Like I was already an employee of them, right? For like a year prior. I had been, they call it Top Dasher. It's employee of the month kind of thing. And all that month you'll get rewarded with incentives of things like good shifts, good picks, high tips, I've earned that 3 times in the span of like 8 months in 1 year. And all I did was work. It wasn't like I went above and beyond and did so good of a service for DoorDash. I didn't do any surveys or anything like that. It's just the money was flowing because of COVID. I was able to make $100 in 4 hours. Work any shift I want. I could sleep in, get up, go do it, make that little money, come home. Easy money. And this shit went on for like a year. I was able to survive paying my bills as a DoorDasher. Well, anyway, in honor of the respect of the flow and the hustle of the job itself, I wanted to make a video. I called it DoorDash Dope Boy. You'll see what I look like. It was a video of me on a shift of DoorDash. And at the time, I was giving you information of how it was, what I did, how to work the system. Not like in a bad way, but just, I had been in delivery sometimes for other companies, but you pick up some tricks and you're on the road a lot. You're a prestigious driver. You're a courier, okay? I actually want to open up my own courier business. I have a lot of stuff wrote out and plotted for that, but we'll talk about that another day. But anyway, yeah, great money. And then over time, as it started to dwindle because the world was kind of somewhat going back to normal, I went back to working, and then I was just doing DoorDash on the side. As of right now, I have a job. I have a full-time day job. I do DoorDash probably now once or twice a week, maybe. Definitely one day, but they're only small hours. So, Mike, I'm not really that into it, I guess you could say. So, I don't know. I think he's just going to use that little tidbit of something he knows about me against me. If I was so ashamed of it, why would I upload it to the internet? You get it?
Let me get on it. Let me get on these boys and girls. Main objective is to expose, throw light on dark. So we got this other guy. I'm not going to put your name out yet, there, buddy.
Okay.
Obviously, he's somewhere caught between a rock and a hard place. He's caught between not knowing if he wants to be my friend. He wants to make himself still look good to his buddies, my cheerleaders, shit for brains and bird brains. So his foot is in and out the door. So he's been saying little dumbass smart remarks to me.
You can't be a halfway crook.
I'm trying to help you. The other day he said, act your age. Something about when I did the bird brain thing. And he said, I'm trying to help you. And then he went back and something. Had a little hissy fit and went on. All I have to say to you, buddy, is if you watch Bird Brain or Cray, regardless if I even ever got along with them or not, if you watch Cray and Bird Brain, I don't want you over here.
Oh, that is fucked up. Why would you say that, Mike?
It's dumbass shit.
I am providing you with free, public... Like, dude, I'm hooking you up for free, okay? You are ungrateful. Not to mention an idiot. You should be thankful I'm taking time out of my day for this. I mean, I could be doing a million other things, but why not?
Shit for brains. Low life white trash like that is your thing. Let it be your thing, but it ain't my thing. I don't hang out with white trash. I don't correspond with white trash. I don't correspond with dirt.
Yes, you do. You are one, and everybody else is.
Bags that talk shit to 80-year-old women.
Now that I didn't know about. I found out about that after everybody knew first, but that shit was still funny, though.
I don't correspond with scumbags that do 39 videos on a guy that's a recovered addict.
Okay, he's talking about me. 39 videos, probably, but he's not recovered. Baby Mars is not a recovery situation, so don't even fucking say that shit, dude.
No part of that. No, thank you. No, sir. You can be all in a group by yourself. So think about these things before the next time, because you have one more time, okay? He thinks he's going to get smart with me. He said something about, are you balding? Of course I'm balding, dumbass. And I got a hot wife. So what's your point? You let's get something straight, all you shit for brains, and you included. You will not offend me or hurt my feelings, okay? Let's get something clear right now. Save you the energy and the time. My wife's got long brown hair, blue eyes. I may have not had an easy way in life as far as schooling and grades, but when it comes to looking good, I never had a problem with it, okay? Let's see.
Do you want to tell us about
I
the
never
famous
had a
people you know?
Thinking that looked good. That's a strong suit. So you throwing shade and talking about my bald head. You really think you're hurt? What is your objective again? First of all, you're an idiot. Because even Helen Keller could see that I'm going to get ahead. That I'm going to get
Even Helen Keller.
in the social media world.
Did you hear this
That's a
shit?
given. I'm gonna-
Let's rewind that. This fucking delusional motherfucker. Listen. Oh my god.
Because even Helen Keller could see that I'm going to get ahead, that I'm going to get well known.
I'm gonna get well known. Okay, so I guess he's already got this been there, done that mentality. Like he's just this hot shot that had one hell of a fucking life, and now this is the new reformed because he just decided to fucking no, mister. You said you were on the verge of ODing, and that was your wake up call to just stop doing drugs. I can't believe that you didn't fucking go that route because you're on methadone. You want people to praise you for going the methadone route, but you're not truly sober. I can feel it. I can look at you. I know you're smoking weed here and there, which is not a big deal. I'm not against it. But you can't sit here and say you're fucking sober. You smoke cigarettes. You may not drink, but I don't know. I don't know what you do. I have a lot of theories, but now is not the time and place to fucking discuss it.
In the social media world, it's a given I'm going to move forward.
He wants stardom. He wants to be famous. He wants to be a celebrity. Look at this guy. 49 years old. Does he have the makings of a celebrity? Comment what fucking makings you think he's going to end up in 3 years from now.
As far as bird brains and redneck trailer park cray.
Redneck trailer park cray. Motherfucker, you're redneck. You probably live in a trailer. Well, no, you don't. You live in a room that's attached to a home. But, again, you've probably been in more trailers than me, dude.
This is your last warning, buddy. Next time you say anything stupid, you might as well go ahead and just, delete yourself. You ain't gonna hurt my...
He's talking about this Alvin guy. Apparently, I think he might have found a friend in this Alvin guy. And he was saying earlier about how he was kind of flip-flopping, kind of on the fence. At times he felt like he could trust him or they were going to be on a positive note together. But then at times he would like say shit to Michael and piss him off. Like make him change his mind otherwise temporarily. It's kind of funny.
Feelings, but this is your last and final warning. Next time you say anything at all stupid, anyone at all says anything stupid, no stupidity will be dealt with. None whatsoever. I've already got two of the dumbest people in the world.
Look how fucking serious he looks. Like seriously, he's waving his hands around, he's talking, he's letting you know this is motherfucking it. I'm drawing the line right here. You say a motherfucking thing negative across about anything about my life, you will be fucking blocked. Well, I don't really comment on your channel, Mike, and when I do, I don't say nothing bad. So, fine, I just won't comment on your channel ever again.
World to deal with, they're enough. Ain't happening no more.
That was a wave.
All I need is two shit for brains. So, there will be no warnings. Sorry, these shit for brains messed up the game for a lot of people. That's what it is.
But you started it.
That's what it do. And I won't put up with no.
You were like fucking talking shit about Birdman, and Birdman ain't did a motherfucking thing to
This
you.
is gonna be soon wrapping up. I'm gonna do one more
Fucking
video
famous bitch.
on Trailer Park Cray. I'm gonna do another
Trailer Park Cray.
impersonation because-
You can fucking say whatever you want about me, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. You were not the first motherfucker to ever say anything about me, dude. And you surely will not be the last. Okay? Just fucking know that shit. Off the top, off the rip. But let's let you finish your little fucking piece.
was just had me tickled to death. I'm making myself almost pee in my pants laughing. So
Oh,
I know what
yeah.
the rest of you people, your deal is, but I'm good with me. All right,
That's why fucking Aaron had you in your fucking fields for 3 days.
I'm good with me, and that was the best video. I'm making myself laugh. So part 2's coming up.
What up, Sharon V? Hey, you never wrenched me yet, girl. You said you was, and I believe you will, but yeah, wrench me.
And keep a lookout for part 2 shit for brains. Alabama Cray, Trailer Park, Alabama incest Cray, and bird brains.
Okay, I'll check it out tomorrow.
Be on the lookout for my next slaughtering.
Oh yeah. That was another reason why I wanted to come on tonight and talk about this video, because he said he had a video planned for me. He was gonna slay me. Look, I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna get some props, and he's gonna go back in that closet. Or no, he's gonna get in his car. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna find some kind of piece of cardboard and like write or paint on it, and he's gonna try to be funny with it. And it's gonna be a whole skit. I'm telling you. He's got, look at them fucking eyes. He is plotting. He's got something big up his sleeves, guys. I can't wait to see it either.
It's what I consider a slaughtering. One against the two of these dipshits, and I don't care what they say or think. That shit was fucking hilarious.
No, it wasn't.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna be listening
Not at
to it
all.
in a minute. So let me GPS, because I'm using the phone to do a short video right now.
Look, the phone. He's so stupid. He didn't think about.
So,
He didn't think about when he was making this video, he was going to need his actual phone for the GPS and stuff. So he's driving. He has no map available because he's too busy trying to film a retaliation video on me and select others. And he has to resort to this fucking tablet. I don't know if he even has internet connection to it, unless he's hotspotting, which works. I've done it before. I have another phone here. And we got a tablet too that I used to take on the road. That's what I got it for, but it was old news. That tablet was kind of useless against a really nice phone. So, guys, if you're ever going to like be driving in your car, doing videos, or really utilizing the internet, I suggest you have 2 phones. Keep that in mind.
first off, and then we'll decide what the next order of business will be that we'll talk about.
So he's probably looking for the nearest McDonald's to use their Wi-Fi.
Not sure, but we've done already enough for today. I'm in East Point, College Pop, really on the map.
Collie
Really
Pop.
out here doing things.
Yeah, man.
Hashtag no bird brains.
Eh.
No shit for brains, no bird brains. That's good enough, holla peace.
Look at that. He broke out the tablet and told y'all, I'm about to pull up some shit. Hang on. He's full of shit. He knew that tablet's not connected to the internet. He knew he wasn't going to pull up no website to do or show us anything. And he fucking knew who's about to end the video. Get out of here, Mike. Get the off this mother shit, boy. You know, we have to. This has been a pretty entertaining episode for myself. For nobody really being in the chat, I think I've entertained myself. These videos are some new ones he just released, and I wanted to be sure before we get to the final one of what the total headline is about. Guys, we're going to now touch on the story. This is the video where he explains the ordeal and situation of what people found out about him. Are you guys ready? You got something to drink? Fucking, this is it. This is the final chapter of the stream. We're going to get out of here. We've been going hard, 50 minutes. Now, in this video, there's been some things said and publicized lately on this channel and his. We're going to get the story per as he explains it of the incident that he's been talking about. In no way do I condone this type of shit. I'm very much against it. And Michael, I hope this was fucking a bad mistake. For real. Because the route you're going, you're trying to go be famous on the internet, and it just doesn't look good to have that lingering over you. You know what I mean? It's on fucking file. It's everywhere. You know, just... Alright, here we go.
Howdy ho. So today I'm going to tell a story. Just to get it straight. So some of you aren't as pathetic as others. Some of you are not going to go and view my entire life. Some of you will. So let me save the ones of you that are not as pathetic as some of the other ones. So the year was 2010, and I was doing drugs at the time, but really not even hard drugs. Truthfully, I was taking Percocets at the time. I hadn't even gotten into Roxy's yet. And so I come home from work one day, and my neighbor comes over and tells me that my boys had a huge ordeal, and that I need to get in touch with my wife. So what had happened is I had been telling my kids, my two boys, Zach and Colin, you know, I had done everything I could as a parent to discipline them, took away their video games, TV, outside. I've tried everything and told them anymore you were getting a belt whooping. So I come home from work one day and come to find out they were fighting in the neighbor's yard. Colin, the younger one, picked up a lead pipe and hit Zach, the older one. They were fighting. And then the neighbor came and got my wife, and my wife came over there and said, all right, come get in the house, boys. And Zach said, F you, bitch, to his mom, my wife, and went running down the street. So I've told the story. And so that was obvious belt whipping. So I whipped him. I whipped Colin. He had a very, very small belt mark. No child abuse shit. Zach was a different story. He wouldn't let me, I said, this time you're getting, bare ass belt. No clothes, nothing. You're getting a real spanking. And so Zach bucked on me, and I fought with him to get his pants down, and in the process of wrestling with him.
Now, okay, when you were telling the story, and it was escalating, like it was getting bad, Mike, I will agree with you on that. I've had incidences where the child runs off like, go to your room. No, they go out the door. Like, get your ass back here. Q, I'm leaving. It all happens when you're raising teenagers, and it's a crazy world as it is. Shit happens. I understand that. I'm filling your story up to that level, right? But then when it takes a turn, when you're like, okay, I'm going to pull his pants down and spank him that way, like that's like shit you back in the 70s or 60s or 80s parents did to kids, because it was just like, oh, you're gonna feel this, like, you know, it's corporal punishment with the paddle, right? I think that's what they called it in school. I think that's the only thing that made it so bad was you went the extra mile, and it probably, I don't know, I'm at a cross of like, I don't know if maybe you lost your temper and just swung a little hard, because sometimes if it's like the heat of the moment, the child's in trouble, you're freaking spanking them or whatever because they're being bad, and that kid was pretty foul. Yeah, he turned around and said that shit to his parent. Yeah, I can totally see, like, the spanking's justified at that point, because I understand, like, if you don't live in a world where spankings were present because the child was misbehaving, your child's gonna grow up and just be crazy. I'm telling you, like, it's weird to say that now, because growing up, I was against spankings. I didn't believe in it. I didn't feel like a child. But I'm a child that got spankings growing up when I was being bad, or, doing bad in school. Bad grades, video games taken from me. Grounded from friends. Can't go nowhere. Do extra chores. Like, man, your parents can only do so much for you. And then it's like, unfortunately, we live in a world like full of fucking SJWs, to where if you don't spank your fucking kids, they criticize the parent. They get on the parent and they say, maybe if you had a firm fucking thing going on, your child, he wouldn't be acting out so hard because you done tried everything. I've had one of my boys, he had a problem staying in school. He was getting put in alternative schools. Like, he didn't take no shit. He wasn't no bully. He just, I don't know, man. He is a tough guy. Like, one of my boys, we've had to go through a lot, and shit like that is, like, I understand my kids can get fucking out of control because they're raging full of hormones, and they're going through adolescence, and they're just so energetic. They're young. Here we are, old parents. Like, you little son of a bitch, you fucking did what? You said what? I've got stories for days about how my kids rebelled when they got in trouble, but they've changed. They've gotten better. They do really good. I think it was just like they had to learn their way through it, kind of thing, to realize and cut that shit out, that they're growing up and getting older, and the world is going to have to, there's going to be a different expectancy out in the world, as you get older, and they just have to learn that. But along the way, they're going to fuck up, they're going to get in trouble, they're going to be little hoodlums, getting in trouble in the neighborhood, doing shit, getting into shit. I already understand, I know. But yeah, when you're over here wanting to pull their pants down and spank them like that, that's kind of like medieval times. Like, I think that's where shit got fucked up.
He's going like this, and he's trying to get away, and he's fighting me, and he's giving himself rug burn on his face. So this is no exaggeration. Again, honest to God, 100% truth. He gave himself belt marks. Rash marks on his face.
Okay, yeah.
From the carpet.
Listen to this.
From his own doings. So, the people that have taken this and blown it out of proportion, sad, first of all. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. About a couple of years, it's been about 2 years ago-ish now. I'm clean 3 years, as I've discussed. And a couple of years ago, my stepdaughter came over, Autumn, and
Continue on Connolly Drive, 1 mile.
And she said I looked different, and told my wife that I was different. I was a different person. That I had let go, had gotten rid of that, evil, that evil that lurked inside of me.
Now he's telling us about his transformation. Once he had surely kicked the bad juju and cloud hanging over him as addiction, over time, people started noticing a change in him. They said he appeared different. I'm sure they meant that maybe in a good way, or maybe they just said it in the sense of, damn, he looks different kind of thing. But the way he's explaining this is he too is starting to realize he's made a change and a transformation.
Had it for many years, and when I got on hard drugs, it amplified, obviously. Well, people were seeing a difference, that I'm not that same guy that I was. I'm not that person I was anymore. And it's not until these shit for brains that I'm dealing with now, I'm getting angry and bringing all that back, that I've outgrown, that I'm trying to get away from. So, this is the truth. People are spreading lies on me and doing all kind of sick, vile shit. Like I said, this guy Birdbrains got on my aunt and my mom and a friend of hers site. They're all in their 80s, okay?
Again, Birdman had nothing to do with whoever that was harassing your family. That is not something Birdman would do. That is not something he condones. Trust me, that was not him. That was probably a troll with a picture of him in place. Either that or you're just trying to pin this on him. You know it's not Birdman at all, but you're just going to safely go ahead and just run with that and say, it was Birdman that did it. No, it was not.
This is not acceptable. This is the act of scum, of lowlife. This is not the act of just retaliation. This is the act to show that you're scum to the core.
He had to throw that in, right?
Wow. What more do I have to say than wow? Taking this dirtbag shit to a whole new meaning involving my family.
The internet's a shitty place, ain't it there, Mike?
You low-life piece of shits. Yeah, you're cool. Got all kind of dirtbags hassling me. And you know what? I'm still smiling. You know what? Because I'm still 10 times the person that they all are. 3 of them dipshits against me. The 3 of them will none of you will faze me a bit. Will have me lose an ounce of sleep. If anything, thank you, dumbass dipshits. Thank you. You're helping me. You're giving me a reason to talk about this shit and tell my truths. You're giving me a reason to. So I don't just look like an idiot saying it for no reason.
So now he's saying that as a declaration of, ha, there, I bared my soul about my supposed child abuse charges, even though that's what they were. You were looking at fucking prison time, dude. You were so proud to admit that, like, oh, they bumped it down to a misdemeanor. You know what that means? That means accidents fucking happen, and I am not as bad as people say. Okay, fine. You can convince yourself by saying that to yourself, but just remember, some stranger 8,000 miles away stumbles upon your fucking background information and they read that court case. You're not going to convince them and how they feel about it. They could be a bleeding heart advocate of world peace, anything like freaking PETA. Just, you know what I mean? We have so many SJW situations going on and clubs and groups and just activists and people that just devote their life and hearts to this stuff. And you're going to try to lump this shit up in with that.
I'm having to obviously defend myself and tell those of you that are stuck on the fence and don't really know who or what to believe. The proof's in the pudding, okay?
Huh.
Proof's in the pudding. Who's the person over here doing 3-hour videos every night? Not me. Who's the person that's done 39 videos on Mark World? Not me. Who's the bird brain shit for brains that was in a coma for 5 days and's bragging about dope?
And you know what? Let's settle
shit
this.
for brain.
Let's settle this little bullshit right here, right now, motherfucker. It was a story. Birdman runs a drug recovery story. He's an advocate of sobriety, trying to get people sober, trying to get them in sober living courses and classes and houses. He is the walking freaking definition of reform on that note. And all you do is shit on him about it and say he has these stories that he brags about. No, you tell stories on YouTube. Why can't he tell stories on YouTube? Why has it got to be your perception of it is he's bragging when he's merely just telling you? And then you over here, you bring up the whole biting into a fucking 8-ball incident of cocaine. Like, he's once again telling a story of something that happened a particular night. You do that too. Don't everybody all like, it's about storytelling. You people love telling stories and hearing stories. Look, when I started my channel, I did not plan on being a storytelling channel. I may have a few videos that are kind of stories, but I'm not pro YouTube story. I wish I was. I think I would do good at it. I just don't know if it's worth putting my business out there like that. But bottom line, he's doing the same thing you are. Shut the fuck up about it and move on.
If that's not a poser, I don't know what is. You're in your 30s, bragging about dope after spending 5 days in a coma. You're gonna go around
again. That's a story.
And you don't think you're a fucking...
No.
I'm done fighting. I'm done.
He does not promote drugs whatsoever. Birdman has never said, hey, get your blunts, get your lighters, fire them up. Never once has he ever encouraged anyone to do any fucking drugs, you idiot.
Done with you bitches. But for the rest of you, this shit calling me a child abuser,
Because you fucking are.
you will not be,
Don't forget, it got proven in a court of law.
tolerated. First time you come at me wrong, you're done. Alright? I'm in East Point right now. And for those of you that are new to me, I'm doing stuff out here. And like I said, I'm not the same me. I'm not the same person from 2010. If you don't know that, you ain't figured that out, let me show you what I look like. This person they keep talking about.
Yeah, let's see this ID.
That bad of a guy. I used to take some Percocets a couple of times a week. I worked a full-time job. Took care of a wife and 2 kids. Through all this,
Who hasn't been
it
there?
was only 2 years they took
Oh, I
the
have.
boys away from me for spanking them that couldn't see. And I worked my ass off night and day to get them back to the first available time. I had to pay for a lawyer twice. I walked and worked 7 days a week for an entire year. So, if you don't think that I've repaid mine, then you don't know jack. And you sure the hell ain't been keeping up with me. You've been keeping up with shit for brains.
Look, you know
Come over
what?
here.
You know what? That's another thing. He don't know me. He don't know my history or past. Things I've done and accomplished. Maybe I should start kind of focusing some things like that towards him. So he can see and shut the fuck up about me.
And see what I'm really about. See the people I'm in contact with, who I talk to on a daily basis. You can thank for your shit for brains, loser friends. That's it'll be a lot harder to be my friend as the more and more popular I get.
2 miles, take the I-285.
Just a second, make sure I don't show too much for you shitbags. I would take my information and try to do something. 'Cause I mean, if you would talk shit to an 80-year-old woman, you are the lowest of the low. Let's get something straight, bird brains and people of the world. Where you at? Where's the camera at?
That!
This is hard to do. I'm driving.
Yeah.
You see that?
Oh my god.
That person died.
That dude looks so familiar right there. I swear to God, I've seen that in a movie. Somebody tell me in the comments.
3 years ago.
3 years?
don't exist anymore.
Oh my god.
And do some research. When you keep reminding someone and bringing up their past and throwing their past in their face, you will not proceed in life comfortably. I will. You pathetic peons will not. So, you people that are on the fence, you might want to rethink that I'm all your pathetic social media overlords got you thinking, okay? Talking about two miserable pieces of shit. A guy that's got 5 days in a coma and brags about drugs. Pathetic. Beyond pathetic.
What about me? Let's hear about me.
And another shit for brains that takes advantage of people with mental problems.
Oh, fuck, hell no. That is not true.
And he picks on Mark World. This guy's as low as you can get. He's done 39 videos of Mark World.
Me and Mars had a business agreement. It is not my fault he reneged on the shit over and over and over. I really did try to help that guy over time. I really did.
And you guys think he's worth being friends with? Following? His career is a bird brains. It's bird brains at DoorDash. I work for DoorDash. I do videos of video games and cray and shit for brains. And I'm gonna keep talking about Mike until Mike dies, and then we'll have nothing else to talk about. But until then, listen to my crock of shit, because he's a pathetic peon.
I mean, would it be funny if I made fun of him, like, painting shit for a living? That's not, like, nothing to really laugh about. Like, I don't understand, like, going after someone. I wonder if in his head, just the thought of working for DoorDash is beneath him, you know? Like, do you think he's risen to a certain point in his psyche that he's just this fucking all-powerful celebrity? Like, he has pull? Like, he has authority?
He's a peon. Anyone that does that many videos of anybody is a peon. That would do that many videos of someone that's not
I'd say that's insane.
like Elvis or Michael Jackson. You would follow someone who would really follow around a nobody. Pathetic. Beyond pathetic. Way beyond pathetic. Way beyond trailer. He's trailer park incest. He's incest hillbilly redneck scum shit. Trailer park scumbag shit. Aren't you, Craig? Scumbag.
No, actually, I never grew up in a trailer my whole life. There was one time I lived in a trailer, but it was like maybe for like 2 months. And it was because I was dating this girl, and she lived in a trailer. It's not her fault. Like, but I never grew up in one. And then all the other stuff is just him trying to be mean. Like, it's not.
But, so do your homework, people. See who's more evolved and who's going to continue to evolve.
Man, once you wake up and realize that everything you think about this whole famous life on YouTube is not what you thought it was going to be, you'll just be like everybody else. You'll realize that Hollywood's fake, dude. If you don't have the money, if you don't have the clout, if you don't have the love from a fan base, if you don't have management or your ducks in a row, or a business team, a street team that helps promote your name around town and other places and venues, it's going to be a rough ride to start them. Just saying.
Me or Bird Brains and Cray? Let's check back in a month from now. from a year from now. Me and Craig got the same views. He's been here for over 4 years. We both got 30,000 something views. We got the same amount of views. We're like neck and neck. I'm like, huh? And you've been here for 4 years? You're not very smart, are you, buddy? Are you, buddy? If you want, I'll give you some lessons on how not to be a fucking retard, an embarrassment, and a hillbilly shit for brains. I'll teach you some common sense. Guy that's inclined.
Like, check this out. You know how, like, black people feel really weird about white people saying the N-word? Like, the soft A? You know how they cringe whenever white people say that, right? Well, like, every time he calls me a redneck or a hillbilly, I kind of cringe like that in offense, because it's like, he too is from the South. He's from, like, more South than me. What the fuck, man?
Blind with computers, but he's that pathetic. You got me scratching my head on that one, shit for brains. Clowns. You got me puzzled on that one. I gotta see your woman. You show me your woman.
Now, this was fucking creepy. I gotta show you my girlfriend. Excuse me. We already know you're a known stalker, okay? We determined a few days ago that you have this thing to where you, like, size people up. You gotta look at a photo or a video of them. And, like, I think in his mind, he imagines what he would do or say to that person. And that's probably why he talks so fearless to me. If we were here in real life, he wouldn't be talking this hard. And probably neither would I. When people are in the heat of the moment, it all just comes out, dude. You get fucking enraged. You get mad. The shit flinging contest starts, right? Dude, just shut the fuck up. You're on this road to recovery. Yeah, how much recovery are you making?
Aaron, piece of shit, thinks he's a tough guy. He won't even show a picture of who he is, but he'll be talking shit about
He's
him.
mad Aaron won't show him what he looks
On my
like.
page,
What does it matter?
not ever. I'm gonna find out who you are. I'm gonna expose your sorry ass. People talking shit about me don't know don't know nothing about me, and put their name, and that's it. And sit there and talk shit. Don't even have a picture or nothing. That's pussy shit.
Let me see what your girlfriend looks like. Motherfucker. You fucking weirdo. Fuck you. How about that? Excuse me. But this guy, yeah. I'm very anxious to see his new video, supposedly in the works. He has to work tomorrow, so he's going to have to find time to, like, manage and put it together. And I'm sure he's going to have props, yeah. Mike, did we learn anything tonight, buddy? I think all we got out of you was a confession that was skewed. We got an attempt on your credibility. I think you, once again, are fighting to prove your worth. When the rule of thumb is people equal shit. Nobody here's special, Mike. Especially not you. Far from it. Anyway, guys, it's been one hell of a fucking episode. Once again, I think it's time to bounce and get back to life. You can catch me at the same bat time, same bat hour. Probably talking about the same old stuff. So, alright. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Take care. Mike, leave me the fuck alone. Go away, you psycho. Alright. I love y'all. Peace.